Hey guys, it's Bryony, and recently I've been really into watching fashion videos, styling, clothing videos, and I've been really interested in fashion trends. So I was wondering, why not do a video about fashion trends throughout every single decade, well, my favourite ones at least, and compare them to now, and maybe think about what fashion trends will be happening in 2020 or which ones I would like to happen. 1940s. First of all, the reason we're starting with the 1940s is because there was a positively drastic change for fashion and the feminist community. Because obviously it was a pre-war time, so all the men were being sent to war, therefore the women were the ones left to enter the workforce. They couldn't really wear the annoying dresses where they didn't permit them to move, so boiler suits were introduced. They were made of denim or heavyweight cotton, and they had a zip at the front. And obviously one of the reasons that they had it is because it was easy to change in and out of. As a contrast to that previous one I mentioned, Christian Dior's new look was like a voluminous dress with structured shoulders, small waist, and like a voluptuous skirt. 1950s. The war had ended now, so women were back to going to do household work and were expected to look perfect while doing it. So pearl necklaces were really popular. It was a sign of femininity and elegance during this era. 1960s. Women wanted to express the new liberation and sense of freedom by wearing dresses that were more movable and breathable in a way, like the baby doll dress. They were more upper mid-thigh. They were more relaxed, so they didn't have an accentuated waist or structured shoulders or anything. They were more of like a loose fit all throughout, and that permitted them to be comfortable. That was a modern feminist statement. It was usually really colourful dresses, sometimes with patterns, and the go-go boots, which are these if you don't know what they look like. The 1970s. Everyone knows about the flared bell-bottoms, but did you know that they were originally worn by sailors in the War of 1812? They were brought back in the 70s with less of a practicality and more of a fashion use. They could be used in denim for more casual look, or with floral patterns if you wanted to go to the disco. Platform heels. The origin of these heels can be traced back to 15th century Venice, but they really took off in the 70s. 1980s. The 80s was a time where fashion trend was a bit more diverse, so there was more than one trend going on. Kind of everyone could feel identified / pick which trend they wanted to follow. So there was the aerobics trend, there was the neon colours trend, there was the more Metallica trend. One of the most popular ones, which you might know from Stranger Things, are mum jeans like Joyce Byers wears on the show. They have more of a tapered leg and a loose fit to it, so it's quite comfortable, and that's why they call it mum jeans, because mums need to be comfortable, right? Alexa, stop. Well, that was like a version by Madonna, which was one of the most significant changes and inspirations for people to start wearing the black leather jacket, usually layered on top of a band t-shirt with some layered chains over it, as it was the rise of metal. Also, this was a new era of women entering their workplace in large numbers, and a phenomenon occurred called power dressing, which is when women took menswear clothing but they wore it like a feminine interpretation. So shoulder pads, they either wore them in blazers or in dresses. 1990s. This year is still a really big fashion influence for many people even nowadays. Thanks to Baywatch, V-hipped swimsuits became really popular, especially the red ones as worn by the women in the original TV show. This look was kind of inspired by the previous decade's aerobics athletic workout look. Bum bags were really popular, and also a look that you might have seen if you liked the Spice Girls is tracksuit bottoms with a crop top. That's still really popular nowadays, and this is personally one of my favourite trends because it's more of a casual, comfortable look, but you add the crop top for a more classy, feminine touch. Plaid sets also became incredibly chic, and they were popularised by the movie Clueless that was released in 1995. They were usually worn with a matching blazer and skirt set, but it was actually inspired by the previous year's runway design by Vivienne Westwood, worn on her fall/winter collection by Kate Moss. The 2000s. The most iconic 2000 look is a low-waisted bottom tracksuit with a matching velvety hoodie, sometimes with the print Juicy on the back, usually worn in colours like baby blue, light pink. And although this look was intentionally casual, people wore it to many different types of occasions. After Paris Hilton was seen wearing a trucker hat, they became a trend. And although these represent kind of like a working class aesthetic, high-end fashion designers started recreating trucker hats and sold them in some of the most expensive boutiques in the world. 2010s. Tiny sunglasses. This is a fashion trend that again is still popular nowadays. Every celebrity icon that you see will most likely have one pair of small sunglasses. It's almost like they're getting smaller every year. They were inspired by the movie The Matrix. Dad sneakers. Brands like Fila, Balenciaga, Nike, Louis Vuitton are making their own versions of these traditionally ugly dad sneakers, but they're becoming really popular. People can wear them with even like a traditional old vintage mum jeans to some like casual loose-fitting dress. You can wear them with pretty much everything. 2020. Nowadays, on a general basis, teenagers especially use social media a lot more than like magazines and TV for actual clothing inspiration. TikTok is actually a really big clothing inspiration for some teenagers. As you might have seen on there right now, there's this trend where you kind of wear bandanas as a bandeau top. I personally don't like the look of it on myself, but on some people it does look nice. I believe the tiny sunglasses trend is still staying in 2020 because I've seen a lot of social media influencers post pictures in them type of sunglasses. Bucket hats. The end of last year, bucket hats were worn on the runway, which inspired a lot of people to just wear them casually and pair them with most outfits. I am almost 100% certain that bucket hats will be a trend in 2020. I have actually ordered one, so I don't know how it will look on my head, but let's hope it doesn't look too bad. It kind of gives a traditional like little kid beach hat that your parents used to put on you when you were probably a baby to not burn your whole scalp, but it makes it like cool in a way. So I've been realizing that a lot of things that were traditionally ugly have been actually brought up in fashion, which is what I like about it. Everything kind of has a chance in the world of fashion. I definitely believe that the Air Jordans are coming back into style now. They were most worn in the 80s/90s, and that vintage look is becoming really popular again. I really want a pair, but they're pretty expensive, so I'm going to try to save up for them. Tie-dye is definitely a trend that has been here since probably 2010s, but it's still quite vivid in 2020. Like, if you go to some of the most popular teenager clothing stores, you'll see tie-dye on one of the most bought products. It is not my personal favourite, but it is kind of a cute look, and it looks DIY'd and homemade, and people usually like that kind of look. The last one that I'm going to mention today is mesh tops. This one's kind of a weird one because in a way you could say what I'm wearing is a mesh top because it's slightly see-through. I don't really know what would be considered as a mesh top. If it would have to be like completely see-through or like a slight bit see-through, because I've seen different types of them. I personally don't feel too comfortable being see-through on this area, but I have to admit it does look really nice on some people. Well, in most people actually that I've seen, it does look really nice. And when it has like a nice design, like some sort of dragon or something, I think it could look really nice. Also, please let me know if you like my nails, because I think I'm kind of proud of them. I think they look really cool. I'm really into black nails, but I kind of want to add like a different detail thing to pop. I know they're not long because first of all the acrylic things are closed obviously because of the coronavirus. I hope you're staying safe, by the way. Second, I've never actually gotten acrylic nails. I think I might try, but I just have never really been into long nails. Like maybe a tiny bit longer, but just I don't really like that really long nail look. Yeah, before we end this video, I wanted to say that never base your fashion style on what other people have to say or what you think they will say. People will look at you, people will think, people will say things all the time. Whether you're wearing the most basic look or the most out there, bright colour, whatever. People will judge you anyway. Because if they're going to judge you anyway, what's the point in wasting a perfectly good outfit that you feel confident in? Yeah, I know it might seem hard, but just don't think about what people think. Think about what you think. If you look in the mirror and you think, okay, I look good, but I'm wearing maybe a colour that's a bit too bright, people will look at me. I'm wearing a skirt and people might think I'm trying too hard. Literally ignore that. If you feel confident, that's the only thing that matters. For some reason, it's gone really dark. I don't know what's happening. I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoy talking about stuff like this. Let me put that back. I have a few more video ideas like this in mind, so if you like this type of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share this video with some friends that you think might like it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos about me, about fashion, lifestyle, vlogs, etc. And if you liked this video, you might be interested in this one too. Bye!